Welcome to the Extended Gamut, Episode 5, Special Edition.
Yeah, you may notice that there's more than two of us here.
This guy, the special part of the edition.
This guy, the limited edition.
The limited Leo edition.
101.
Leo from the Key Print Co. And we are excited to have him. We're going to learn a little bit about your story, tell people why you're even here.
Definitely.
In this room, so we're looking forward to it. So stay tuned. All right, Andy.
Jeffrey?
It's not you and me.
No.
There's someone else.
We got Leo here.
The elephant in the room.
How is this going to work?
We'll find
Just
out.
when we were figuring out how to work together.
Then comes Leo.
I think it's gonna go great. It can't go worse. So Leo's gonna redeem this whole podcast. He's gonna be the new star of the show.
All right, I like it. Well, for those of you that don't know who Leo is, we're going to talk a little bit about who Leo is, what his company does, and hopefully it'll be an informative time. I know I just enjoy hearing people's stories, so hopefully you'll enjoy this as well. So a slight break from 5 questions and the extended, answers to that, but we'll be back on the next episode with more questions.
Yeah.
So I thought we would dive in.
Yeah, we get to ask the questions today.
We have Leo, Key Print Co.
Yeah.
Founder, patent creator,
Yeah.
with patents in the U.S., China, Japan, and throughout Europe.
Yeah.
So
And
what is Key Print Co?
Key Print Co. is what happens when you run a print shop for so long and you have so many problems that you just can't solve. You just end up making the solutions and offering them to other people. That's what Key Print Co. is.
I like that. I think a lot of companies start when people need solutions for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I have a horrible experience where I think like that, and then I think I'm making something up, and then people tell me that's already a thing.
it's already on Amazon.
Yeah.
There's 10 pages of
Like
that.
my car was so dirty. I was like, what if I could drive my car through like a machine and it would wash my car for me? And they're like, no,
Start Googling the patents.
it's called the car wash, Jeff.
No, Leo has actual things that are actually useful.
This is exciting.
So what was your first invention and patent?
The first thing we made was actually for a client who wanted us to print on hats. And the kind of basis to it was, hey, if you can print on hats, we'll give you this really large order for a big box retailer that we have coming up. So, of course, I said, yeah, I can do it. Not a problem. I just bought a $20,000 printer. I can do anything, right? The first hat took me 3 hours to print because there was just no way of doing it. Needless to say, he didn't take the order from us. But it really taught me that just because you have an expensive printer does not mean that you can conquer the world. Later on, I found out you absolutely could conquer the world. You just need the right tools to use it. And as soon as you have the right tools, you can use the machine to its max capacity, go on and conquer the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So you got the hat platen.
Yeah.
And now you've got a whole suite of different platens in a system. So
Yeah.
tell us about that.
So let's start off with the hat platen. From the hat platen, we realized, hey, it's also kind of hard to print baby onesies because that was another one of our big clients was just baby onesies. Platen for that. Ladies tees, that's pretty tough. Made a platen for that. Then we did the hoodies one, and that's where the things kind of started getting interesting because when you print a hoodie, well, when you mess up on printing a hoodie, it's really expensive, right? You lose about 5 of them. You start wondering if you're even making profit at that point. Hoodies are one of those things where it's such a common item, but they're so expensive as blanks, somewhere upwards of like 25, as low as like 10, 12 bucks. We made a dedicated platen for that one, and it really changed the game for us because everybody does hoodies, right? Not everybody does hats, but everybody does hoodies. So people started buying that one, and they realized having a dedicated platen for what you do a lot of that's really tough is a big investment, not only for you financially, but in terms of your time. So that's really what we started focusing on time was with the hoodie platen.
Yeah.
Now the hat platen has a unique name, Captain
Captain Platen.
Platen.
Yeah.
Like who thought of that?
So it was actually a combination of all of us at the shop, right? So it was our first product. So we wanted a name that'll help us stand out, and we thought of everything under the sun. Hat Platen, Hat Jig, Hat MacGyver. But at the end of the day, Captain Platen sounded so much like Captain Planet that we thought if we just come out with something that almost sounds iconic, people will think we've been here for forever. So Captain Platen was the name we settled on.
I wonder if like Captain Planet got really popular again and people started Googling it. They would like accidentally find, and you're like, your business takes off.
Like if they come out with a new movie that's like a throwback movie.
Yeah.
And then we blow up again.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. You know?
It works so well that probably for the first year that I knew Leo, I thought the company was Captain Platen, and he had to tell me, no, that's just that one product. I thought everything was called Captain Platen because I thought that'd be a sweet company name.
I thought that was Leo's name, actually. It was Captain Platen.
I go by the Captain if you know me long enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Now, we talked a little earlier about Key Print Co.
Yeah.
And why Key. And you were telling me a little bit about, why don't you share what that is?
So when we were trying to come up with the name of the company, one of the biggest problems we kept coming across was everyone just heard T-shirts and printing, and they just automatically assumed we were a printing company, which isn't too far off from the truth. But when we were selling Platens, we needed to come up with a name where you didn't think that we were just a print shop, and it was really indicative of what we were selling. Platens. The reason we came up with Key Print Co. is because our philosophy was in the beginning, and still is today, we don't want you to have to buy a brand new machine every time you want to print a different type of product. You should be able to unlock the new printing capabilities in the same machines, and that's why we settled on Key Print Company, because we wanted you to unlock the full potential.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of your ideas and your inventions are around DTG printing.
Yeah.
Do you have other places that you've tried to innovate or other parts within the print industry?
Yeah. So originally, my print shop started in 2007. So I started off with screen printing. That's where I originally came from. From screen printing, we jumped to DTG, and now we're dabbling a little bit in DTF. So naturally, we made the Captain Platen. There's a version of it for screen printing. So we've already started playing around with screen printing a little bit. And now that DTF is taking off, we actually have a DTF version for the heat press. So we are in those three markets, but DTG is definitely where we're most well known right now.
Yeah.
Now, you're not the first person in your family to have patents.
I'm not. My father was the first person, actually.
So what do you think some of his patents, inspired you to get into the world of patents, or because he was into patents, he pushed you into getting into patents? Like, what do you think?
It was
because I know like one person that has a patent.
Yeah.
And now I'm hearing like you have them, your dad has them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like I'm not amounting to much in this world. I have no patents to my name.
You got to get the patent count up. Him having a patent was it was very influential, but him knowing how to go about getting patents, when to get patents on what should you even protect. A lot of people these days will get intellectual property protection on things that don't matter so much, grow their company, and then realize, man, I should have patented this other thing that mattered. Him having that knowledge from the beginning was really important. Originally, I wasn't going to patent anything. It's just that the products, they got so popular so quick that everyone realized that it should be patented, because once we keep growing, it should be something that someone can't just come and rip it off. So to answer your question, I'm not the first one to have patents in my family. And watching my dad and how far he got with his patents was definitely the reason why we decided to go that route.
Yeah. And someone that knows the way. I mean, because I would just think, like you said, the administrative part of getting a patent.
Oh, yeah. And it takes years. I mean, they don't give it to you like within a week. It's like 2-3 years. We're still, an application for some countries where it's going to take a few more years before we even see it. So, yeah, it takes a while. You got to do it right. Yeah.
Is there a lot of costs associated with
thousands?
Really?
Thousands.
Is it legal fees, or what is it that?
Well, we have to pay all the attorneys here in the U.S., Europe, China, Japan, and everybody who even picks up the telephone wants a piece of it. So everybody along the way has to get paid legal fees. Plus, you actually have to file the fees to apply for the patents. Then you have to do all the stuff like sketches, prototypes, all that stuff. So it's a pretty hefty endeavor.
So you have to like really believe in your product.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Did you ever have any doubts on any of your products along the way that you're like, man, is this worth it?
Nope, not for a second. And the reason why we were so confident was because we're an actual print shop. So if I was making a product, a Me Too product, like, hey, I can come up with something just like that, but in the color red, we would have never done it, because the reason we invented the things that we did was because we make money from it. We make profit from it. And when our customers buy the products, we don't want them to just walk away knowing that they can do something. We want them to walk away knowing that they're going to make more money in their company.
Yeah.
So if there's a company that you invest $1 into and you get $10 back, you're going to keep investing in that company. And that's what our products feel like to me. And that's why we never had a doubt, because we made the product. We've sold hundreds of them to other people, and they're making way more than they've ever invested in the platinum.
Yeah. Jeff's got some companies that he invests $10 into, and then they give you $1 back.
Yes. I'm actually patenting that strategy. Would you rather, Andy Everding?
Oh.
Would you rather have a patent or be in the Guinness Book of World Records?
For the most patents. No, I'd rather have a patent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He just said thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but if I have a patent, then that means I had an idea.
I know. I wanted you to pick the other one, and I was going to pick patent, but now I guess it's just a dream.
So do you have other products that you're working on? Do you want to break any news while we're here, like that no one else knows about yet?
I would say, well, it's already out, and it's not out to the wide public yet, but we have a camera system that's coming out, and we are going to release a video on it pretty soon. Yeah. That's just another one of those features where after you buy a $20,000 printer setup, you start asking yourself, why am I measuring things with a ruler? Why is it that nothing quite falls exactly where I want it to? And you start thinking to yourself, should I have done this? The answer is absolutely yes. One of the best things I ever did for my company was buy a DTG printer. One of the better things I ever did for my company was inventing the camera system, because instead of me taking 3 to 5 minutes trying to measure and aim everything, it takes all of 5 seconds while I'm drinking coffee. And it's so easy to use that literally your printer, it's like what it was able to do is now just laughable at what it is now able to do with the camera system. So.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I know a lot of what we've talked about is just about optimizing your workflow and how critical that is. And, manufacturers talk about, well, my printer's this fast. Well, my printer's this fast. Well, this one's 1 second faster than this one. And so much time is lost outside of the actual printer printing.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's where a lot of your products are focused. It's like, how do I optimize that before and after?
Well, let me put things into context this way, right? If I didn't run a print shop for over 10 years, I would keep inventing products that had a similar thought path. As long as it can get done, it doesn't matter how long it takes. And one of the things that I saw was a really big problem is exactly what you're saying. These printers, these print companies, they're battling for seconds. Well, mine's 15 seconds faster than yours. Well, mine's 7 seconds faster. And I'm looking at all this and I'm thinking, none of that really matters. If it takes me 3 minutes to load the item, it's 3 minutes between hitting print every single time. Those 15 seconds are gone. They're gone in me just trying to MacGyver everything together. But if we can make it so that you set up a product, hit print, the product comes out, and it takes 5 seconds until you can hit print again, you could be running the slowest printer in the industry. You have the fastest process. And the process in and of itself is what makes you money, not those 3 seconds. It's the 2 minutes you don't have to wait to hit print.
Yeah.
I'm going to patent the phrase, process matters.
Can you patent phrases? I don't think that's a patent.
You trademark that.
Yeah. Trademark?
Trademark that.
Would you rather?
Oh, man. So you've had, you don't have to talk about who and what, but you've had OEM printer manufacturers come and approach you for your solutions because they've found them to be super beneficial.
Yeah. We have really good relationships with a lot of the manufacturers, if not all of them, because what we're doing is we're bringing out solutions that make their machines better, right? So their machines are great to begin with, but when you can make it do more, and it makes French fries, these manufacturers just see that as a big plus. So if they can capture that then they know that they will always have that option for their customers. So yeah, I mean, we've had manufacturers try to buy us out in essence, and well, not in essence, literally. And we've always said no, because until it gets to the point where we're 100% sure that our solutions will always get to the consumer, we just trust ourselves the most. Because if we invent something that can make a print shop 100 times more profitable, we know that we will release it to the market. It's not to bring anyone down, but as a printer, you start noticing small cracks in the system every once in a while, which is actually why I like IT Supply so much, is because when you guys find a solution, you put it out there. Sometimes that's not the case. And you start wondering as a manufacturer, when you're on that side of the table, why does no one tell that this solution exists? Why does no one know that this solution exists? Sometimes it's about, structure. Sometimes it's about distribution. To me, it just always seems silly that if a print shop has a problem, they don't know the solution. And the reason they don't know the solution is because someone needs to get paid to get them the solution. I've always found that to be a problem. So I always literally just throw everything out. Hey, guys, I messed up this huge project. Let me show you how I messed it up so you don't mess it up. You can do better than me. And with the videos that we started making, it's exactly that. Hey, you think you're doing a great job? Let me show you these tricks to show you how to go 5% faster, 10% faster. You're just giving these people free knowledge, and that's what I like about it. So until I can be 100% sure that whoever, if I ever do sell the company to anybody, would carry on that level of just moral integrity of giving solutions away for free, even with if you're not getting paid for it, I can only really trust myself to be in that state of mind.
Yeah. Go ahead, take out the checkbook, Andy.
What's it going to take? What's it going to take? Did you have more questions for Leo?
Well, manufacturing.
Yeah.
I know that you guys also do the manufacturing.
We do.
And some unique things about the process. It's not just plastic platens, right?
Yeah.
These are like, they can handle heat. They can...
Yeah. We get a lot of questions in regards to why it is that we make things the way we do. And something that is pretty fun is we have a lifetime warranty on everything. So if you take it out fishing with you one day, you run it over with your truck, if you give us whatever pieces are left, we give you a brand new version of that
would be
thing.
A better video.
Yeah, we should try and destroy. Yeah.
And we'll just give you a brand new version of that for free. And everyone always asks us why and how. We own the manufacturing plant that makes it. And everything we make is made in the USA. Manufactured, designed, and distributed from the USA, from California specifically. So that lets us offer those kind of warranties because we control everything. But the choices that we make around it, and this goes back to what we were mentioning earlier, it makes you almost wonder if the people who are inventing the products in the market today have ever worked at a print shop. Because if you're asking a printer to lug around a 30-pound metal platen all day, every day, and still be just as happy from the first print as the 100th print, you start wondering if that guy's ever worked at a print shop. That's not fun work. We make our platens light. We make them out of plastics that are durable and very light to carry around because as the owner and as the operator, if you're both owner-operator, that's you carrying that piece of plastic or metal around every single day, all day. So if it's a more fun and enjoyable process, you're going to enjoy it and you're going to get better results. If you're lugging around this big, heavy metal brick all day that does the exact same thing, at one point you're going to say, hey, do I really want to go into work today? It's going to be hard. I'm going to break my back. So that's why we make those design choices that we do, because I'm the one who's going to be using it every day. So I want it to be fun and comfortable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between Jeff and I, we have 7 children. So I think we could probably start a print shop with these lighter weight platens. The kids would be able to. Maybe that should be in your advertising.
Even
your
children.
7, yeah, even your 7 children can can use these platens. I think that's fine.
All right.
I don't know much about patent law or labor laws, but I think that's fine.
Should be fine.
I feel like we're going to be spending a lot of time in court.
But you'll be comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by. We finished some collab videos earlier today that are going to be on our YouTube channel coming up, looking at a bunch of different things. So stay tuned for that.
Definitely.
We really appreciate you. We appreciate your company and the products. I know you sell solutions for Epson and Brother DTG printers.
We do.
And you guys got an eye on heat presses and screen printing in the near future.
Yeah.
So
especially with DTF coming in so strong.
Especially with DTF. So we wish you the best.
Thanks.
We appreciate you coming. And hopefully, if you're watching this or listening on your different podcast platforms, enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, check out Leo and his company. And we'll see. Maybe next week Leo will jump in. It'll be the Jeff and Leo show. I'll take a week off.
I'm okay filling it. I feel like I can be a good host.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks for watching.